Invite all to the way of your Lord with wisdom.
Now we start the third session of the symposium, in which we have the audience and press participation session. This would be the clarification of the question-answer session, but as one of the brothers has told me, we wanted a briefing on Dr. Zakir. He is from out of Calicut. The other speakers, we know them. So I have just, in short, I would just give a briefing. Dr. Zakir Naik is a medical doctor by professional training and has turned around to make dawah the proper presentation, understanding, clarification and appreciation of Islam, as well as removing misconceptions about Islam amongst Muslims as well as non-Muslims, his primary mission in life. With the Holy Qur'an and the Islamic way of life as his perfect base, fully reinforced by his dynamic data and analysis on the complete compatibility of Islam with the logic, reason and science. As you have seen, he speaks with renewed righteousness and infallibility of Islamic teaching. Recently, he had been on a lecture tour from 17 September to 24th October to U.S.A, U.K. and Canada, visiting many cities like Toronto, Montreal, Halifax, Hamilton, New York, Ottawa, Atlanta, Chicago, Indianapolis, Houston, Los Angeles, Birmingham, Leicester, London, and many other cities. On returning back, he had been to Madras for a 3-day, 8 lectures tour. Returning back to Bombay, he had a major lecture on Qur'an and modern science, conflict or conciliation, in which we had a long question-answer session in which the press and the audience could cross-examine him, as well as leading scientists of Bombay could cross-examine him on the topic. After that, he had a lecture tour of Bangalore for 2 days. Immediately the next 2 days, he gave 6 lectures over 2 days. And I think on 13th to 18th of December, he was in Singapore for a 6-lecture tour. From 19th to 24th of December, he was in Malaysia for another 6-7 lectures and 4 national television programs. On returning back to Bombay on 25th, with a 1.5-day rest, he was back in Trichur amongst your people of Kerala. The first visit, and he has appreciated that a lot. They enjoyed it a lot, and today also it has been an interesting session being amongst you all before he moves to Cochin tomorrow and back to Bombay day after. He's on the move, either whether he's in Bombay or out of Bombay, and the appreciation he gets for his studies as a student of Islam as well as comparative religion from all the people who come to hear him makes him strive harder to carry on more and more. Thank you very much for all your support. We start the third session, the question-answer session. We have our 3 learned speakers here. Swamy Golokanada of Shree Ramakrishna Math in the center. Next to me, respected Father Gio Payappilly, who's the director of the Navajothis Renewal Center. And on my extreme left, Dr. Zakir Naik, President, Islamic Research Foundation. I will just outline the rules to be observed during the question and answer session so that we get more for everyone present here in the less time available. The first rule is press will be given first preference to ask questions. They are counted as responsible people who report and inform the masses at large. So they will be given first chance. If they have to ask questions, they may kindly identify themselves when they line up that we are the press, and the volunteers would give them a first preference. Questions asked should be on the topic religion in the right perspective or concept of God in religion only. Questions not relevant to the topic will not be entertained. please state which of the three speakers you are putting your question forward to. As Swamy Sahib wants to leave, earlier, we would request that all those who would like to put questions to him should come up first, and then we will allow questions for the other two speakers. He has a commitment to go somewhere, so we request you to kindly ask questions to him first. Kindly state your questions briefly and to the point in English. In rare exceptions, if you really don't know English, we may allow in Malayalam to be translated by Brother M.M. Akbar. This is a question and answer time and not a lecture or a debate time. Kindly note that. Only one question at a time may be asked. For your second question, you will have to go back at the row again and await your second chance. I understand 3 mics have been provided for question answer session. 2 in front of me, 1 on the left, 1 on the right for our brothers down here, and 1 mic in the balcony for the ladies. Please stand in queue at one of the mics if you wish to put forward a question to the speaker, and speak into the mic only when the mic is handed to you and your turn is due. We'll start the first question in the ladies section, then we come on my right in clockwise fashion to the brother here, then on my left to the other brother, and again to the ladies, and so on. We'll circulate the questions. In the interest of having a less time wasting, a more educative and an interesting question and answer session, our decision to allow or disallow irrelevant questions and questions not connected to the topic will be final. In the interest of eliciting a proper response and a clear answer from the speakers, kindly state your name and profession before putting forward your questions. May we start with the first question from the ladies section, please. First questions to the Swamy, please. Only questions to the Swamy may be put forward first. Later on, we'll allow for the other two speakers. Thank you.
Respected Swamiji, let me ask a question to Swamy. Yes. I am Abdullah, lecturer Farouk College. Malayalam, English?
As you please.
As you please. Let me ask a question in Malayalam. Okay. Punarjanma. Okay.
Those brothers who can speak in English would prefer in English because both the audiences would know, and even the other speakers I think would know, you know.
Yes.
And if you really don't know, then we will ask Brother Akbar to translate after the question is put forward. Why you're wasting double time?
So thank you. About the Punarjanma, rebirth and the life hereafter. Which one? According to Hindu mythology. Can you explain?
Yes, the Hinduism accept the theory of rebirth, the life hereafter. The Hinduism accepts it. The common understanding about the rebirth, the next birth is the good and bad things that is done in our life. If they are almost equal, you will be born in your next birth almost like this as a human being with the same status and things like that. But if your good actions, noble thoughts, beneficial thoughts and activities, if that prevail, you will have a greater, even in human birth, in a place where there are more opportunities, more facilities for you to grow, evolve spiritually. But on the other hand, if the bad things are done more in this life, that person's rebirth is described as, say, in the subhuman level. He will go to the subhuman level. This is the basic idea of the Hinduism. We accept rebirth.
Next question. Any question from the ladies' side?
My question is